Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing amazing. Today's video is a very special one and it's something that means a lot to me because it is my marathon debut video. Now this means it's the first marathon that I have ever raced, and honestly it was the most humbling experience I have ever experienced. A lot of people say with marathon training it's just like it's a different level. I think the hard thing for me is I've done like a 60k ultra, I've done the 100k. I did a lot of like 42ks when I was training for the ultra, but the thing is they were at a much easier, slower pace. And when I was running this marathon yesterday, I thought I'd be like, you've done double this distance. No. I think the marathon was harder. We're gonna go into detail, we're gonna go into all the footage, everything you're gonna see, but it was the most humbling experience.
Marathon day, marathon day,
marathon day, marathon day. So it is marathon day. I'm wearing purple and I'm also wearing arm sleeves for no benefit except that Kipchoge wears them.
It just feels nice being tight, doesn't it?
Yeah, you feel in. Number 1116. I'm ready.
Keeps those massive biceps in. Biceps win races.
Biceps win races, that's what it says, isn't it? I am excited. The weather, to be fair, is like really good today. Really good conditions, not like windy. It's gonna get a little bit warmer. I feel relatively good, I feel bouncy.
They're good.
Nice
shoes.
Got my new shoes on. We've got half an hour until the start, so I'm going to go over in about 15 minutes. So I'm just going to do a bit of like a warm up. I did a K loosen, trying to go to the toilet and I didn't. So yeah, let's go. A lot of you guys know that I had to pull out of the London Marathon back in April due to an ankle injury. So I had nearly a stress fracture in my ankle. It was a couple of stages before a stress fracture, so the bone was bruised and I was advised not to run. So I didn't run for 10 weeks. Then it was 2 weeks out of London Marathon and I just obviously pulled out because I wouldn't have been able to run that like I wanted to for like my first marathon, and I was also in quite a lot of pain. And then in May time I reassessed, and I think in May, June, I booked the Chester Marathon. So the Chester Marathon was yesterday, which was the 8th of October. I was so gutted that I couldn't do London because one, it's a fantastic course, it's very flat. I will go through like the elevation in terms of the one I did yesterday because it was a shock. London's a really good course, it's really flat. The atmosphere obviously throughout of London is amazing. And I just thought, you know what, I want to do it this year. And even though it isn't in April and the timing's very different doing it in October, I still wanted to do it. So I trained pretty damn hard. Like, I will not lie to you, my training's been solid. I followed a program that I wrote for myself. So I didn't get a coach for this marathon, but I think I definitely will get a coach in terms of when I do a marathon where I want to go like a 3:10 potentially on a flat course. Maybe one day after I've had kids, I'll train for a sub 3 hour because I think that capability is there for me. I run and lift. So it will never be optimal how I run and lift. It's like, I'm never gonna be the best marathoner and I'm never gonna be the best lifter because I do both of them. And that's more suboptimal. It doesn't mean you can't do both. It doesn't mean you can't do really well in both. It's just a little bit different. And when I was on the course, when I was running yesterday, I obviously do carry a lot of muscle and you can see it when I run. And I went off in like one of like the slightly faster waves and they all kind of looked, you know, like a kind of runner look. I just stuck out like a sore thumb and there's a guy who's like, you're absolutely jacked. And I was at a really low point and I thought, this is why I do it. I do carry a lot of muscle. I am hybrid as fuck. And you know when someone says something and you're in a really low point and I was like, yes, this is correct. This is why. And it was really helpful. So the prep was really good. I trained really hard. I think if I had done it maybe on a flat course, I would have hit the time that I think I trained for, which was like a 3:15. I did 3:19.02. I was 12th in my age group. The age group was 18 to 34 and I'm just absolutely buzzing. It was weird, the expectation that I potentially should have hit a 3:15, but I didn't anticipate that the course was 836 feet of elevation, which is double London. London's 419. I think if I had maybe trained for that a little bit more, I don't know on that course for a first one if I would have ever hit that time. I went out like an absolute rocket. I PB'd in the half marathon. I did an hour 32. I did like 42 minutes on the 10K. And the weird thing is I felt really, really, really good. I got a little bit too excited and I went out really quite fast.
Yes, Lucy! How you doing? How you doing?
Feel good.
Yeah? Let's go, Lucy!
Feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've had salt spells.
Yeah.
422 pace.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to 430 pace.
You're looking good, you're looking fresh.
Yeah,
you're looking fast, you're looking
Nearly
fit.
there.
You're gonna smash it.
Yeah.
You're an animal, because that's what you do the damn thing.
Do the fucking
Let's go. Keep going, Lucy.
So we just attempted to get to the, I think 30k mark at Alford, but we've missed it because all the roads are closed off. So we're about a 20-minute drive from Chester City Centre, which is the finish line again. So I think we're going to try and head back there so we don't miss it. But your sister Meg and Lauren are at the Alford stop, so you should still have some more support there. Yeah, some positive vibes. But she looks like she's going well from the splits, doesn't she, Steph?
The problem is a good problem to have. She's too fast for us. We can't keep up with her. So she's doing incredibly. So yeah, everything's going to plan. I mean, since we saw her, she was in very high spirits. Her form looked insane. So I think she's going to do amazing. So yeah, we'll be there to at least watch her finish.
Meg just saw her before as well, like 5 miles ago, and said she was going strong, she looked good, she was feeling good. So I think she's on point to where she wants to be. This is the bit where it'll be interesting now, though. It's like when you hit 30k mark and legs.
This is the bit where it starts to hurt.
Yeah.
There was a guy next to me who'd actually done the 100k race to the Stones, and we were chatting for like the first half. And I thought, if I'm chatting and I'm feeling okay, I must be fine. 27k approaches. So the back half of the course, the first half is like rolling hills, but they're not too steep. The second half, the hills are steep, and my legs just went. So I got like severe cramp at 27k down the whole of my left leg. Bear in mind, when I train, guys, I don't get cramp, so I didn't really prepare for cramp. So my calf went and it stiffened, and then my quad and my hamstring. And I stood still at 27k and I was like, oh my God, I don't like, ooh, am I gonna have to pull out?
Yes, Luce. You good? You good? You good? You good?
It wasn't a good time to be me in that situation. I've never felt pain like it. So 27, 26, I was fine. I was holding like a 4:25 pace, all fine. And then we hit 28k and it dropped to a 4:59 pace, 4:42, 4:48, 4:58, 4:52, 4:46, up to 33k, and then it just got worse. The hole got so big, and this is where it started to get really hilly. So then I dropped to 5:18, 5:22, 5:38. These were all up the hills. And then my slowest K was K41, because I'll show you the hill. It looks like I was going in slow motion because I was. A lot of people were walking up this hill as well, and I definitely had a few walking steps. And that K was 5:55. And it absolutely destroyed me. I've never been in so much pain in my life, so this is why I say I think this for me was harder than the 100k. And the 100k was hilly, and I expected it, and it was hard, but you're not running it like a pace. So yeah, the first half was phenomenal. I had gone out too fast, and I think that's a really good learning curve for future marathons, is to just, because you always feel good anyway. I just literally went out so very fast, and it's a really good learning curve. I think my nutrition was okay, but it was quite hot for October. 19, 20 degrees, which was just, yeah, sweating out. I had my salts, I had my gels. I actually ran out of gels, and I wish I'd carried water and salt on me, but I didn't. I used the Camel Pack instead. Again, because when I'm training, I've never hit cramp before, and it was shocking. But the overall time, I'm so happy with, because it was a 4:42 pace. Even though, as I said, that's like 10 seconds probably off what I trained for, but I trained flat, and I trained for a flat marathon that didn't exist on this course. Now, the best thing for me is having the support that I had was just phenomenal.
Lucy!
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 She's like, no, she did. She just like get stuffed.
Ah, Lucy did it!
How's the feet?
So everything is so painful.
Oh, bless
Like
you.
I can't sit still. I've got cramp in every muscle in my legs.
God.
The elevation was double London.
I didn't I wish I kind of anticipated that, but I didn't. I thought there's 2 hills. There was like 15 hills.
My bestie did it. Congrats, I love you. You're the best.
Like, absolutely incredible. I had everybody there and it was so lovely, and people were there at different points when I just really needed them. There's a few clips where I go past Meg and I'm just like, I'm fucked. Like, I can't feel my legs, and then they're texting the next person being like, hey, she's fucked. She needs salt, she needs something. And it's a little bit different to a marathon like London or Manchester where you have people throughout the course. With Chester, from like probably 28k to 34k, there's no one, and that's the hardest part of a marathon, I would say. And there was no one, and it can be quite hard to push yourself through, and mentally I struggled a lot, like a lot, and I kept trying to pull in things like you've done amazing things, you've ran 100k, you've achieved, and it kind of wasn't working, and that was quite hard for me to absorb, because I thought I am strong mentally, but I can't explain the pain that I felt in my legs. But yeah, 3:19.0, really happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, really happy. The first marathon that I've ever done, ever, and that's what I did. The next marathon that I have is Lanzarote Marathon. And when I finished Chester, I Googled the elevation of Lanzarote, and I don't know what I Googled, but I was on the wrong page and it said it was less than Chester, and I thought, fantastic. It's not. It's literally not. So Chester was 836 feet. Lanzarote is like 1,100 feet. There's 8 kilometers of Lanzarote that's flat. 8 kilometers out of 42k, that's flat. But the thing is, it's hard. You know, I'm not going to PB in Lanzarote. It was hard. Like, one day I'll do a flat marathon and I will assume I'll PB there. I like doing hard things. I like pushing myself out my comfort zone. I like trying things that are just a bit gritty, and that yesterday was gritty. You know, it was very, very hard, and I feel really proud that I did it, and I'm hoping that I can give you guys as much inspiration as possible that you can do whatever you set your mind to, you know? It doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter if you're really muscly and people say you can't run, it doesn't matter, because you can do it. Like, do the damn thing, do what you want to do, and you can achieve more. It's so amazing as a human to see what we're capable of, and that's exciting for me. So I literally have Everest Base Camp in 3 weeks' time. So I fly to Nepal and I'm away for 3 weeks. I hike up to Everest Base Camp. I then get home, and then 6 days later I fly to Lanzarote for the Lanzarote Marathon. It's going to be tough. My whole next 2 months are a really, really tough couple of months for me. But again, that's what life's all about, challenging yourself, trying new things. And yeah, fingers crossed, I maybe inspire you in some way to like start running or start lifting or do something that's really hard and get out of your comfort zone. And that's all I'm gonna say. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. So that's how I'm gonna leave it today. I hope you love this video. I hope you continue following my journey on here, on Instagram. Make sure you're following over there. Make sure you're subscribing here. I love you so much, and I'm forever grateful for all the support. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
She's a marathoner. Look at that. Let's go.